Okay, everyone. So this is 9 a.m. and we are covering the topic of health for the Student Voluntary Services Volunteer Recruitment Fair. We are going to get started this morning with the Alzheimer's Association. So Katie, I will turn it over to you. You should have the ability to share your screen if you wish.
Okay, thanks, Kara. Hi, everyone. My name is Katie Griffin. I'm with the Alzheimer's Association of Greater Indiana. I am a walk manager, meaning I manage the Walk to End Alzheimer's for a number of our different markets, including Muncie. And so we have a number of opportunities for volunteers this year. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can share my screen. And then if I can, let's see if I can, Kara, let me know if this is presenting right. Okay, so do you see my presentation without the notes, just like the regular?
Yes, we do.
Okay, great. So I know I just have a few minutes. Kara, let me know. I have a few minutes to present. So just wanted to share a little bit of information and background on the association so volunteers can have an understanding of what we do and if they would like to volunteer with us. So again, I've been with the association for 3 years and have been managing the walks, and there's a lot of great opportunities, I feel, for volunteers to help out with all of the work that we do. So first of all, who are we? We're a national nonprofit, and we are the leading voluntary health organization in Alzheimer's care support and research. So we do a lot of fundraising to provide care and support to those who are dealing with the disease, as well as support research all around the world. Our vision, of course, is a world without Alzheimer's and all of dementia. So we only have 19 staff serving 73 Indiana counties. So we rely a lot on our volunteers and could not do the work without the support of them. So why we care. So for those of you who are not familiar with Alzheimer's disease, every 65 seconds, someone is developing Alzheimer's. So that is how quickly this disease is progressing. It's also the most expensive disease in America. And we are on the track to bankrupt Medicare and Medicaid. So it is, in our eyes, a national crisis. In Indiana alone, there are 110,000 Hoosiers who are being affected by Alzheimer's or dementia, not to mention the caregivers. Because as we all know, those who have dementia need a lot of care. And so their family members, they average 2 to 3 people per person with dementia that takes to take care of them. So it is impacting us probably more than most people realize. So our Walk to End Alzheimer's is our largest campaign to raise funds and awareness for the disease. And we have a walk right there in Muncie. And this past year, nationwide, we had over 600 walks. In Indiana, we had 12, one of which was in Muncie. Overall, in Indiana, we raised $1.8 million last year. So those numbers are just it. So we're super excited about that. Felt like we made a big impact. And then locally, we had our walk at Cannon Commons, which was our first time that we actually had our walk there. We were super excited about that. Loved the location. Had a lot of support. You can see that's a picture from the walk of this year. 59 teams, over 200 participants, and raised over $66,000. So really excited to be getting involved with the Muncie community and having their support. Here are a couple pictures from Walk Day. You might recognize some of the Sigma Kappas from Ball State, who are one of our national teams, and they were a great support on Walk Day. So as far as our volunteer opportunities, as I said, I work on the walk, but there's a lot that goes into it. So we are already working on 2022. Our Walk Day, we are hoping, is going to be in early October, but all the work happens now. So we need help, this semester. Marketing, social media, data management, participant engagement. So really getting to know some of our volunteers and walkers. You could learn about fundraising best practices and then event day logistics. So a lot of opportunities. If you're interested, please let me know. I'm sure my information will be out there on the portal. I'm not sure if that's what it's called, but Kara knows. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Katie. We are going to turn it over to Brighton Hospice. And so so everyone knows, if you do have questions, we're going to hold questions for the very end. And as Katie mentioned, you're going to be able to sign up for service opportunities with each of these agencies. You can do that through Benny Link, clicking the service tab, or you can go straight to Give Pulse. If anyone has questions about that, I'm happy to answer those at the end of the presentations. So, okay, Brighton Hospice.
Hi. Hi, good morning, everybody. Is everyone able to hear me? Okay. Okay, good. I always like to check that because I'm not the best technology savvy. So with that, I really don't have a really fancy presentation or anything to really show. I'm just going to talk a little bit about Brighton and our volunteer opportunities. So just kind of let you know a little bit background about myself. I am a volunteer coordinator and bereavement coordinator with Brighton. I have been working in hospice for over 17 years as a volunteer coordinator, and then have been at Brighton now for about 4 months. Brighton is a rather new hospice company to Indiana. We've been around for about 3 years. But we are growing throughout the United States. So just like any other hospice, what we do is we provide services for those who are terminally ill. So that means they have a 6-month or less prognosis. And one of the biggest parts of hospice is the volunteer team. It's actually required by Medicare and the federal government to have a very established, growing volunteer team. So that's why I'm here to recruit for. We just recently opened up an office in Yorktown, and the Muncie area is growing for us. We actually have several patients in the Muncie area. And I only have currently 2 volunteers, so I really do need some more volunteers. So that's why I'm coming to you guys today. So what we do what you would do as a volunteer is basically one of the main things is to provide companionship and socialization with our patients. So you would go in and visit with the patient wherever they're located, wherever they consider their home, which can be in a nursing home, an assisted living facility, or their own personal home. And you would just go in and talk with them, read to them, play music, play games, whatever the patient really enjoys. So I kind of like to talk about it's a rather easy volunteer opportunity because you get to just talk and be with people. Other opportunities do include administrative support as well. We actually do not have right now because our Yorktown office is rather new, but I would love to at least get 1 or 2 volunteers to help out in the office, just doing a variety of different administrative type of activities. And then there's also a need for also help in the area of bereavement, which I'm also the bereavement coordinator for. For those who don't know, hospice has a bereavement program. So that means we follow the families for 13 months after someone passes away. And what we do this through phone calls and mailings and other support, like support groups, offering resources, things like that. So there's always opportunities. If someone's kind of interested in the area of grief, and things like that, that would also be a really great opportunity. So I also want to kind of mention another really important piece of the volunteer is providing caregiver relief. We actually have a huge need of that, especially it seems like in the Muncie area. We get a lot of requests for that. And that would be when the volunteer would go in and sit with the patient for a couple hours while the caregiver gets to go out and run errands, maybe have a self-care day, just something very important. Because we know as caregivers, it is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job. So for them just to even get a couple hours of break is huge for them. So that's another need too. Just to let you know, we do have an extensive training process. You will get well trained. And so that we think that's very important for you to be well educated about the history of hospice, what you'll be doing as a volunteer. So there is quite an extensive training program before you officially volunteer. And you will receive ongoing education throughout the year as well. And there are certain other type of requirements that we do, of course, background checks, things like that. But we also are requiring for volunteers to be fully vaccinated or have an approved exemption. So I just want to put that out there as well. So, so yeah, so we really, like I said, really have a huge need in the Muncie area. We have several patients that could definitely benefit from volunteer services, and really hope to be able to recruit some wonderful students today. So thank you, and that's about all I have.
Thank you so much. For those of you who may have hopped on here recently, just a quick overview. We want to thank you for joining us. If you have the ability, please turn your camera on so we can see you, because it is challenging presenting to what appears to be an empty room, even though we know it's not empty. We have heard from the Alzheimer's Association and just heard from Brighton Hospice. We are recording this session and we'll have time at the end for any questions. Students can sign up for community service opportunities on BennyLink by hitting the service tab, or you can sign up directly on Give Pulse. If you have questions about that, you can ask them at the end of the presentation. We're going to move right on to Erskine Green.
Hi. All right, let me share my screen. Right, my name is Alexis Myers. I'm an instructor here at Erskine Green. So just a little overview, because some people might not know who we are. We are housed in the Courtyard Marriott, which is downtown Muncie. We opened in 2015. Erskine Green is a post-secondary vocational training for individuals with disabilities. So all of our students here at Erskine are 18 years or older. And then students live on site. They each have a hotel room here at Erskine, and they stay in this hotel that's in the picture. So just a little background again, we have currently had 243 graduates here. The little map of Indiana just shows all of the counties that our students have been in, which is really neat to see because it's all over. They come from all over the state, and we've had a few from like Ohio and Illinois. Just a little graphic over here for high school certificates. So it's almost like 50-50. Some of our students do have a high school diploma. Most of them have a COC, which is a certificate of completion from high school, and about 2% have a GED. So they just have to be 18 or older. They don't have to actually be graduated from high school, but most of their students are. So a little bit about our training programs. They are either 10 or 13 weeks, and depending on when you volunteer is where your student would be training. So we have healthcare, hotel, and restaurant are our main categories. So under healthcare, they train at IU Ball Memorial Hospital. Nutrition services, housekeeping, patient transport. Hotel, which would be 13 weeks, is front desk agent. So they train at here within the hotel. And then heart of house, so laundry attendant. Restaurant would be kitchen cook, host, and server assistant. Our student, that's a 10-week program. Our students go to Roots, which is in the Village by Ball State. And then server assistant and dishwasher. Evening activities. They do various things. So these are some pictures of past students just playing basketball, going to work out. Our students love going to Ball State for basketball games and sporting events. And then they used to go to late night when other people were allowed to go to them. And then each of our students do have a meal plan. So mentors, if they go out to eat or anything, our students are responsible for paying for themselves and paying for their own food. And they have their own meal plan that they can used just like on Ball State's campus when students have their card to pay for on-campus food. So mentors, we have two types of mentors. Our first one is a community mentor, and they're responsible. They have one student, and it's just to get them out into the Muncie community and do social activities just like any other adult would do. This could be attending sporting events at Ball State, going to concerts, movies, going out to eat, going to Target, just shopping around. So just a bunch of various things, whatever sounds fun. We've had people go get their nails done, make pottery, all that. For our mentors, they are required to meet with our students for 1 hour once a week. And then so the day and time is determined by the mentor and EDTI student. So when you go and meet your student, you guys can discuss what works best for you guys within the week. A lot of our mentors also meet on the weekends too. So our other type of fitness or mentor is our fitness mentor. They are responsible to participate in exercise with their students. So this could be working out, and we have a fitness center in the hotel, playing basketball. There's a Y down the street that our students and volunteers walk to, going on a walk, doing workout classes. Just when it's nice out, our students like to go on runs sometimes downtown because it's right by the hotel. Again, this type of mentor is required to meet with our students for 1 week for 1 hour for once a week. And then again, the day and time is determined by the student, whatever works out best for you guys. If you guys have any questions, you can email info@egti.org or Benny link if you guys have any questions about that.
Thank you so much. Next, we are going to hear from Family Alliance.
Good morning. My name is Michelle from Family Alliance. We are a nonprofit that works with children and families. We primarily focus on single parent families. So a lot of our moms are coming out of domestic violence situations. And the reason that we do what we do is to help families find a sustainable career so that they can provide for their kids and break the cycle of poverty. So we work a lot with the moms, we work a lot with the kids. It's really a multi-generational approach, and there are a lot of opportunities to get involved. I'm going to share my screen and just quickly go over some of our volunteer opportunities. We really pride ourselves on connecting with students and designing an opportunity that really meets your needs and your career goals. So we want you to get something out of your volunteer opportunity as well. We have some standing volunteer positions. So these would be things that occur on a regular basis, and you know that you have reliable hours of, every Wednesday at 5, this is what I'm doing. So if you're a scheduled person, or if you have a certain number of hours you're trying to hit, this is a good fit for you. We have a couple of different committees that you can sit on. Those we usually have weekly meetings, and we discuss upcoming projects and different projects that we're working on as a team. So they're basically, you meet once a week, and then you have some work that you do outside of that that you can complete on your own time. We also have an events committee. So that is planning fun events that are coming up. Sometimes that's a fundraising event or an event for our families to participate in. That's a lot of fun if you enjoy planning things, or if that's any of your skill sets there as well. And we also have some direct service opportunities. So some of those are recurring outreach programs that happen on weekends. Some of those could be things like exercise or health-focused programs that we run for our families or offer to other families in the community. We have a virtual storytime program. So you pick a time that works for your schedule and you log into our Zoom and read a book. And that's just to help increase access to literature for members of the community. You can help with homework or offer some tutoring or mentorship hours. And then there are some other of our families who need a little bit more direct help. For example, if a mom is recovering from a medical procedure and she needs some help with the kids once a week, you can take the kids to a park. Obviously, that one has a little bit more background checks, and we'll give you some training before we just release you with some children, but that one's a lot of fun. We also have some different projects that you can complete on your own time. So if you don't want to commit to a weekly schedule, you can work on projects on your own. That could be creating a program or an activity that we'll use with our families. That could be assisting with some research if that's part of your career path goals, if you'd like to add to your resume by helping with a research project. We have a lot of opportunities that we can really tailor towards your professional development. Coming up this semester, we're currently in moving to a different location. So there'll also be some hands-on like painting and landscaping type projects, which will be a lot of fun as well. We also have some internship opportunities. So if you want something a little bit more in depth, or if you want to have an internship on your resume, we have a couple different positions right now. One of them is managing social media for us. So if you have any interest in marketing strategies, that's a great one that would last all semester. If you wanted to chair our projects committee and be in charge of kind of managing that group and making sure that everyone's completing their projects, that's a really good leadership opportunity. And then we have a couple other internships as well that we're constantly updating. So that is, in a nutshell, what we do and some of the ways that you can get involved. I'm going to put my email here in the chat, and you can just reach out to me if you have any questions or would like some more information.
Thank you so much. Next, we are going to hear from Livestream Services.
Thank you, Kara. I am going to attempt to share my screen. I have not done this before, so please bear with me for just a second. Is that up correctly, Kara? Fantastic. Livestream Services in our volunteer program. I am Laura Bray, volunteer administrator at Livestream Services. I have been with Livestream Services for 14 years now and can honestly say we do remarkable things, and I absolutely love what we do. We are an area agency on aging, and we provide services and information to individuals to help them stay independent and living safely in their homes. We provide just a lot of different things. I'm only going to go over a few of them with you. Information and assistance, care management, transportation, nutrition, caregiver support, guardianship, senior Medicare patrol. So we're educating the seniors on what the latest Medicare frauds are and those different things that's going on in the world and what to be weary of. Wellness. So we have all kinds of different wellness classes. There's just a lot that we do at Livestream, and all of those are listed on our website. What is special about the opportunities I'm going to share with you today is they're all virtual. So you get to volunteer when you want to. You get to work around your class, your studies, your work schedule, or your social life. We can work together via phone and email. You don't have to go into the office. You can be comfortable and volunteer from home, from your dorm, from your apartment, wherever you wish. And you can always bring along a friend to help you and to be engaged with you. I'm going to talk about 3 different virtual opportunities that we have been working on. And I'm actually going to show you a quick snippet of the first one I'm going to talk about, our virtual tours. We're asking students to find a location out of the way. Maybe it's in your hometown, maybe it's a special lake, maybe it's a museum, just an area of interest, and create a video on that. This allows us to share these with our homebound seniors, and they can watch these videos on our Facebook page, on our YouTube page, and they get to go somewhere for a few short minutes to see something maybe they've not seen before. We're looking for 5-minute videos, and I'll help you work on that, work you through how to submit it and all of those different things. Ball State's been done a lot. We have seen the David Owsley Museum, the Orchid Garden campus. So we're really looking for something not on campus, or maybe if it is on campus and we haven't seen it before, that would be fantastic. So we have a lot of those Ball State videos. Our seniors are loving getting to see where they went to school and how it's changed over the years. So that's one, and I'll show you one of our videos that was turned into us. Our virtual nutrition. We have a program that we send out. It's a flyer. It's called Community Chat. It goes to 1,000 households of homebound individuals. And it has our menu, so they'll get to see what they're getting for the next few months for lunch. But we would like to put nutrition education in there for them. And when I say nutrition education, it can be a variety of things. How to cook for one. Maybe it's a simple recipe for how to prepare a meatloaf for one individual. Maybe it's how to freeze food, how to store food properly, how long food is safe and stored in the refrigerator, in the freezer. It could be anything that we can work on together and dream up something that is of interest. So we would like that in like flyer or a brochure so we can share that in our community chat. And the last one kind of ties all of this in together. What we're seeing as we're releasing these videos, we're hearing from our seniors that they don't know how to use technology or they're afraid to use technology. So a short snippet on cell phone use 101. How to safely download an app on your cell phone. So maybe you can look at Google Earth and go back home virtually and see where you were raised. Maybe it's one basic education of online baking, or how to navigate the web, how to use your iPhone or your Android or a new tablet that your family got you for Christmas and you just can't figure it out. So just 101 on whatever that may be. And again, happy to work with everybody, happy to come up with those ideas together to see what we can make happen in this virtual experience so we can provide these for our homebound seniors. I'm going to show you a quick snippet. I'm only going to show maybe 30 seconds of one of the videos that one of our students has turned in. Kara, if this is too loud, please give me a thumbs down, okay?
We can't really hear it.
I can't get it to turn up.
Okay.
We'll go back into it for just a second. Gotta get out. As you can tell, it was just a quick little snippet. This individual used the slideshow to make her video. She set it to music, and it is one of my favorites that we have received. We've had many, many turned in. So it just gives you an idea of what we're looking for. It's fun. You get to go visit somewhere and get to make it what you want it to be. We've had students voice over the videos and talk about what they're seeing. This student applied it to music. A few other things that I'd like to talk about is some things I didn't list on Give Pulse, but these are coming up in the future. Just wanted to get those out there. Our Aging Well Conference is coming up June the 2nd. This will be at downtown at the Horizon Convention Center. This is an opportunity for groups, individuals to come together to join us for this conference. A few years ago, our guest speaker was Loretta Swett, and I imagine a lot of the students are like, who's that? But she played Margaret Houlihan on a series called MASH. So you never know who's going to be our guest speaker this year, what individual is going to join us. It's a great day. We need greeters, we need room monitors, we need individuals to help people find their way. Also, our annual golf outing is August 17th. I know it's during the summer months, so this might be a great opportunity for those students that stay on campus. Please reach out to me for more details on that. And a few independent opportunities that we have is food distribution. We have one of those at the Muncie, Delaware County Senior Center. It's a once a month opportunity. And Friendly Caller. Friendly Caller is making a weekly call to break the isolation for somebody who just doesn't have anybody to talk to in their world. Again, none of these opportunities are listed on Give Pulse. If you're interested in these, I just ask you to reach out to me and we can work with SVS to get you signed up for these. And here's just the information on how to sign up for us. We start by Give Pulse, of course, and then our application is online at livestreaminc.org. And then I will schedule a phone interview and orient you to our program. And we track your monthly time, and it's just that easy. So thank you for joining me today.
Thank you. And our last agency for this morning session is going to be Engine. Do a representative from Engine? Okay. Well, I guess we do not. Just want to make sure. Okay, well, now I'm going to open it up for questions. Does anyone have any questions for any of our agencies? Or for me concerning how to get signed up for programs? What we'll do is we will stay on for the next 5 minutes to answer any questions. If you have no questions, you're more than welcome to log off, but we appreciate you being here and we appreciate your time. So thank you for spending your morning with us.